faint?
Yeah.
Super happy?
Yeah.
Good.
I know, you can have your blanket. We'll bring it.
Oh,
Don't worry. We got the blanket.
exciting.
This is
Oh,
This
it's
is
super exciting.
Ophelia. Does anyone know what Ophelia is? Yeah.
well, Ophelia is, okay, then I don't know.
That's okay.
But I know Ophelia because she got in a car crash with her mommy and she lost her little leg.
She did, yeah. So Ophelia, when she was a baby, her mom did get in a car accident. So her mom was killed, but the person who found her knew, oh wait, this is a marsupial. They carry their babies in a pouch. So they checked, and inside that little pouch, there were 2 babies. So she's an opossum. One of those babies, they took both of them to a rehab center. And one of those babies is released back into the wild. We don't know where she is. She's doing whatever opossums do out in the wild. But Ophelia could not be released. She had a couple injuries. So you're right, she had one of her legs was broken really bad. And she was really, really tiny. So they couldn't fix that leg. So they ended up having to amputate it. But even without a leg, some animals can still get around just fine in the wild. But the big problem was that she had a brain injury. We don't know how she got it, probably in the crash. But because of that brain injury, she can't walk very well. She stumbles a lot when she's walking, but she also can't climb at all. She could try, but we don't ever let her because she would most likely fall or slip a lot. And in the wilds, they would spend a lot of time up in the trees. That's where they'll sleep and where they'll hang out and get away from predators. So since she couldn't climb and she was missing a leg, she could not be released to the wild. You trying to eat that? Using your hand? Is it helping? So Ophelia, a lot of people when they first see opossums, they're actually kind of scared because when they first see her, they don't see the whole thing. A lot of times what happens is they go out to their trash can, they have a flashlight, and when they shine their flashlight on their trash can, they see 2 glowing eyes staring back at them. So a lot of people go, I don't know what that is, and they go back inside. But if a predator is curious, it's gonna go a little closer and go, what is that? So it's gonna creep closer, but does anyone know what opossums are famous for? They do hiss, yes. So she'll see that predator, she's gonna open her mouth. She has 50 teeth inside her mouth, and they are all pointy. So she's gonna show off all those teeth and hiss and go, and say, look at all these teeth, stay away from me. But if they still come closer, opossums are famous for doing something else. Does anyone know what it is?
Alex.
So opossums will actually play dead. Can you guys play dead in your seats? Ready, go. Nice job. You can be alive again. So Ophelia, she'll play dead, but she does it way better than we can do. So what she'll do is she'll fall over onto her side, and then does anybody see how wet my hand is right now? They drool a lot when they're hungry, but they also drool when they're playing dead. So she'll open her mouth, and the drool will start falling out, and it might bubble a little bit, so it looks kind of like she's really sick or has rabies. So she's gonna start drooling, and then she's gonna release a musk. And a musk is kind of like a fart, but her fart is way stinkier than ours. Instead of just being stinky, it smells like dead, rotting, decomposing animals. So if that predator comes up, what is he gonna think?
Oh my god, it's dead. It's so real.
She's probably gonna think it's super dead. It's gonna go, whoa, you are really dead. You've been laying here decomposing. You're probably full of bugs and gross bacteria. So it's not gonna try to eat her. It's just gonna go away and go, no, 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 I don't wanna eat that. And then Ophelia, after he's gone, she'll wait, and then she'll roll back up onto her feet, lick up all that spit, and go on her way. So opossums are really cool animals. They are the only marsupial that lives in the United States. And they live in the US, but not here in Montana. They like warmer areas because their fur, they have a lot of fur, but it's not very thick. So it doesn't really keep them warm. So they have to live in warmer climates where they don't have to worry about lots of snow and stuff like that.
They have them in Seattle.
Do you guys see all the spit, all the drool on my leg? So another really cool thing about opossums is what they eat. So opossums eat lots of veggies and fruits and plants, but they also eat lots of insects. And one insect they are famous for eating are ticks. Do you guys know what ticks are?
A tick is?
Ticks are little bugs that crawl up and they bite you and then they suck your blood, and we just pretty much think they're horrible. But she can eat thousands of ticks. In one summer, she'll eat thousands of them.
Oh,
And they have, they found a picture where a deer actually walked by an opossum and it had ticks on its face, and it stopped and leaned down, and that possum cleaned all the ticks off of its face. So they'll actually help other animals as well to keep all those ticks away. Do you guys have any questions about Ophelia? Yeah.
Did she go to? Did she stay? Did she have like a wrap around her leg when she
When we got her? So when we got her, her leg had already healed. She didn't have a wrap on it anymore. And I can show you her missing leg. So this leg she has. So let me lift up her bum. So she is missing this leg right here. So that is just like her little hip joint. So when we got her, it was already healed up. But when she was a baby, after they removed that leg, she did have a little bandage there for a while. Would you guys like to touch Ophelia? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to leave her here for just a second. I'm going to give you guys some sanitizer. Find where I put it real fast.
in her own hands too,
So
huh?
if you would like to touch her, go ahead and stick your hands out. Oh, I need my mask.
Are you gonna touch her?
Oh yeah, because I'm going to touch a opossum before.
Would you like to touch her?
Is it different than a possum? I think so.
No, we're gonna
You should
Yeah,
ask
so
Should ask that question.
opossums and possums are actually really different.
Oh.
They have totally separate families. So that was one of the reasons we named her Ophelia, is
Can I
because
do
we
it
wanted to like
one-handed?
kind of like suggest that there's the O there. But yeah, possums are native to they're old world, so they're native to Asia and Africa, places like that. Whereas opossums live in North and South America. All right, Ophelia,
So we have
you ready?
opossums. I've seen that thing in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah.
I think it was dead, but I'm not sure now.
Give it playing then. Where's it playing?
All right, so as I come around, you can touch her right on her back with a couple fingers, but you can also touch her tail. So
Ew,
opossums
I gotta
have
touch the tail.
a prehensile
Gotta do
tail, which means they can wrap it around things and hold on.
Yep.
And as babies, they can hang from their tail, but once they're adults, their bodies are too heavy. They can no longer hang from that tail.
Oh.
Is she holding on?
So I really want
Mm-hmm.
What is
Yeah,
to.
it
They
feels
normally
really
in
cool.
this color, like brown.
It
Yeah,
varies
pink.
a little bit. So sometimes it's more brown, sometimes it's more white. It's just
Trying to get
kind
out.
of varies.
I know, that's what it looks like.
Like I keep picking up my finger.
I love how crinkly her whiskers are.
Yeah, that's what I just noticed.
Yeah, they look like crinkle cut fries. What do you think, hon?
Touch her tail.
Oh no, it's so brave.
Natalie's so brave.
Yeah, her tail is super scaly. And you guys can feel with her fur. It's like there is lots of fur, but it's not thick. It doesn't keep her warm at all.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do it. It's your one chance.
Yeah, you gotta touch her tail. It feels cool. When will you ever get to touch a possum's tail again?
I know. When I find one on this middle of the street again.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, so opossums in the wild, they usually only live about 3 or 4 years. So she's a little over a year old. So we are actually already giving her like Cosequin, stuff for her joints, because she's already an adult creeping towards seniorhood. A little bit. I think snakes are actually smoother than her tail. Hers is really rough. It feels like really dry skin. All right, any other questions about Ophelia? Do you guys think she's pretty cute? Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, Ophelia.
No opossums as
I'll let
pets.
you go back. Here we go, hon.